This is Ariana Grande on her latest Wicked launch in 2024. This is Paige Neen in 2024, but don't get it twisted. Paige Neiman's real appearance was nowhere close to Ariana's back in the day. So how did she move from this to this, and how did she pull in a whopping 10 million followers across social media with no talent, no career, nothing except the fact that she wants so bad to be Ariana now? It's one thing to impersonate a celebrity, we see that all the time, but this right here is a record level of sociopath, and after years of attention seeking, someone is finally putting a stop to this nonsense, and Paige Neen is breaking down because of it. Y'all, there's a lot to unpack here, so grab your popcorn and let's get right into it. Have you ever confronted anyone who's impersonated you? TikTok and Instagram have done the right thing for once by banning Paige Neiman, and all people are asking is what took them so long. If you've been online lately, you might have caught wind of the absolute chaos surrounding one of the most infamous Ariana Grande impersonators out there, Paige Neiman, and as you all already know, this girl doesn't just stop at copying Ariana's look. Oh no, she took her obsession to a whole other level, and the internet was not having it anymore, so much so that Paige just got banned on every major platform, and the Arianators are out here celebrating like it's New Year's Eve.
You have a very dedicated fan base. Would you say you love your fans?
Very much.
Yes?
Truthful.
Do you love them all the time?
To give you guys some context, Paige Neiman has been living in Ariana Grande's shadow for years. She started off as this quirky little TikToker during the pandemic, imitating Cat Valentine, the character Ariana played on Victorious. At first it seemed harmless, cute even, people thought it was just cosplay for fun, but Paige had bigger plans. She wasn't just trying to dress like Ariana, she was out here crafting a whole identity based on her, and not in a flattering way. Let me paint a picture for y'all. Paige didn't just mimic Cat Valentine. Over time, she morphed into Ariana Grande herself, adopting her exact mannerisms, her smile, her voice. Ariana's classic ponytail is like the whole 9 yards. She even started pulling off looks from Ariana's latest roles, like Glinda from Wicked. At this point, it's safe to say we're dealing with a stalker situation. This fame-hungry girl even studied Ariana like she was prepping for an exam among all of Ariana's impersonators, and we've had quite a number of those. Paige has to be the worst. She has been doing the most. However, things took a dark turn when Paige created an OnlyFans account where she made suggestive content while looking like Ariana Grande. Of course, Ariana would never do that, but some fans wouldn't mind someone with a striking resemblance to Ariana to satisfy their weirdest intrusive thoughts, and yet here was Paige profiting off of Ariana's image like it's some kind of business strategy. Imagine someone cosplaying as you, creating adult content and making B while pretending to be you. It is creepy just as it is violating and honestly plain weird. Now this was way too far, and I don't know, Ariana should have sued her or something, cause seriously, where do you draw the line? Anyways, Paige got the attention she wanted when she pulled this off, but unbeknownst to her, this was also the beginning of the end for her, because all Ariana had to do was give her disapproval, and in no time, Arianators were on her case, and with that, LSPA's social media accounts have always been under fire. It's so funny she never saw that ban coming. Maybe she was busy recreating yet another one of AR's looks.
Paige Neiman or Ariana Grande? That's Paige Neiman. Who pulled off the blonde better? Paige kind of looks like an anime character, but I gotta say Ariana. Who did the thank you next bring it on outfit better? Okay, Ariana has earrings in and half her hair is down. Realistically, I'm gonna say Paige because her hair is all the way up and she doesn't have jewelry in, but like technically Paige isn't Ariana, you know? Who did the smile better? Although this is an iconic statement for Ariana, I kind of think Paige did it better. Who did the side look better? Okay, this one, Ariana definitely takes the cake. She's so fierce. Her shoulders are back, her chin is down, she's working the camera. Who did the ponytail better? Ariana spiced it up with braids, the jewelry, the crimped look. So I'm gonna say Ariana. Who did the flowers better? You know, Paige tried, but the flowers are just a little too big, so definitely Ariana. Who looks like Ariana more in this photo? This one's Ariana, but there's a filter. This one is Paige, and there's no filter other than sunlight, I think. Paige kind of looks like Ariana more. This is a real Ariana, so this is just a tie.
But here's the craziest part of all of this specific impersonation never sat right with Ariana, and she called it out right at the start when Paige was just blowing up from mimicking the character Cat Valentine in Victorious. A tweet from Ariana back in 2019 has been making the rounds, clearly showing she's so much disapproved of this. She wrote, "I just wonder why the Cat SL dialogue. I am sure she is the sweetest sweetheart for real, but definitely bizarre seeing people blend the two worlds, LMAO. And yet no one would prepare both Ariana and her fans for what awaited, because in the following years all Paige ever did was become Ariana. Y'all, Paige literally thinned herself and even whitened, and maybe have gotten a couple of procedures done to look like Ariana, not to mention the fact that Paige once revealed that her boyfriend only loved her because she looked like Ariana. Here's the craziest part. Y'all remember the time that Paige dared to shade Ariana? Like, girl, pick a struggle. Do you want to be Ariana, or do you hate her? Because Paige has been throwing subtle jabs at Ariana for years, and it all came to a head recently when Ariana took a lie detector test with Vanity Fair. In the video, she was asked if she'd ever confronted an impersonator, and Ariana said no, but when asked if she wanted to, she admitted she absolutely did in a fun way. But Paige clapped back almost instantly, posting on her Instagram story, "Me when I get confronted in a fun way."
Long-term impersonator Paige Neiman has just been banned on all her social media accounts, and the whole situation is wild. Back in September, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo did a lie detector test with Vanity Fair as part of their Wicked promo, and Cynthia Erivo asked Ariana Grande if she would ever want to confront her impersonators. Ariana Grande answered yes, but in a fun way. Then Paige put on her story after this, "Me when I get confronted in a fun way." Paige has been impersonating Ariana for years, since her videos blew up in 2019, but I feel like it's gone into overdrive in the past year or so. But guys, I'm not surprised, she even impersonated Ariana Grande's wedding pictures. The effort that she must have gone through to recreate these pictures with all the details. Bearing in mind when Ariana said this to Vanity Fair, this was only a few months after Paige posted this, dressed as Glinda from Wicked, literally looking exactly the same as Ariana Grande, and obviously even down to the physical features, her body. To be honest, for me, the final straw was when I went on her page and I saw that she'd recreated Ariana Grande's SNL sketch. It just looks the same. Sure, she already is, but if I was Ariana Grande, I would be so freaked out. The general consensus from Ariana Grande fans is that they're glad that her account's been taken down, because it's just gone on too far, and it is freaky. Let me know.
To say she's immature is an understatement, but y'all, can we talk about the entitlement? She has already made a lot of money just by impersonating Ariana, but it looks like Paige's hope was to one day meet her, only to end up resenting Ariana. Just because Ariana never gave her the kind of attention she thought she would get. At this point, social media was done with Paige's antics. People started calling her out for being obsessed and creepy, and honestly the backlash wasn't unwarranted. Paige wasn't just impersonating Ariana for fun anymore, she was actively crossing lines. The nail in the coffin came when Paige started recreating specific Ariana moments, like the famous Domingo skit from a few weeks ago, "Danielle, we say no thanks, she's tack." Yeah, Paige also never failed to exploit Ariana's latest limelight that came with the Wicked premiere, as she started posting as Galinda and interacting with fans as if she were the real Ariana.
Good witch or a bad witch? But I've already told you, I'm not a witch at all. Witches are old and ugly. What was that? The Munchkins. They're laughing because I am a witch. I'm Linda, the Witch of the North. You are? I beg your pardon, but I've never heard of a beautiful witch before. Only bad witches are...
Fans for now, and Paige has been banned from TikTok and Instagram. Her accounts are wiped, and the Arianators are throwing a party. It is like justice, though late, has finally been served after years of this madness. Paige had built up over 10 million followers on TikTok alone, but honestly she was riding on Ariana's coattails the whole time. The reactions online have been wild. People have really welcomed this move, including the ones who don't even like Ariana Grande but are glad that the weirdo got banned. Paige specifically ran out of luck after that stunt, and people are calling it next level vile. So yeah, the popular opinion right now is that Paige deserved this, and the Arianators are living for this moment, especially because they've been calling out Paige's behavior for years, saying it's disrespectful and damaging to Ariana's reputation. And let's not forget how much damage Paige has already done. Imagine how uncomfortable it must have been for Ariana to know that there's someone out there profiting off of her image in such a sketchy way. Paige wasn't just copying Ari, look, she was stealing her entire persona. And people were eating it up, believe it or not. Some are still supporting Paige until now, literally saying that the ban was caused by her haters. Now onto the next chapter of this wild story. People are curious about what's next for Paige. At this point it's unclear if she'll try to make a comeback or fade into thin air. Some people think that she'll just move on to another platform and start over, while others hope that she will find her own identity. Either way, this ban feels like a wake-up call. But not only this, let's talk about the bigger picture. Paige isn't the only one out here impersonating CBS. There are Others like that TikToker who looks like Taylor Swift who are also crossing boundaries. If y'all thought Ariana's impersonator is insane, wait until you hear about Taylor Swift's. This one made millions of dollars just by forcing issues. Cause I don't know about y'all, but she is like 3 generations away from looking like Taylor. She had a whole carnival with attendees and all, and had her own version of Taylor's Eras tour. Just because Taylor wasn't going to hold one in her country, she copied everything about Taylor, from her hairstyle to her dressing. Taylor's signature red lippy, her fringe jumpsuits and silver cowboy boots. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, she went all in, and then she took her sweet time to watch and master all of Taylor's songs and dance moves, and then staged a performance. At this point, let's just say it's a full-blown pandemic.
That Taylor had a creepy reaction to her imitator, and the imitator made millions of dollars because of it. Just because Taylor was not holding a tour in her own country, she, with a face somewhat similar to Taylor's, boldly launched a carnival called the Eras Tour. She highly replicated Taylor from her hairstyle, makeup to dressing. She would wear Taylor's iconic red lips and similar fringe jumpsuits, silver cowboy boots, etc. to be more like Taylor. She even spent money on buying the same clothes and accessories as Taylor's, and studied all of Taylor's videos to learn her dance moves and stage performance style. In this way, her lifelike performance in the Eras Tour made the audience feel as if Taylor herself had come. However, in the face of such a realistic imitator, Taylor chose to be silent. She didn't give any form of response, neither praise nor blame, and just let it be. When $100 couldn't get you through the door of Taylor's concert, it could be the ticket to the imitator's concert. And Taylor's imitator also made millions of dollars.
If you really think about it, social media has created this strange, unhealthy space where people blur the lines between reality and fantasy, and for some, it is straight up addictive. I mean, imagine making thousands of dollars just by impersonating an A-lister. Who wouldn't be tempted? But let's be real, it is the viewers who feel this madness by giving these impersonators relevance. Take Paige Neen, for example. She somehow finessed her way into events like New York Fashion Week and even walked the runway in high heels, trying to channel Ariana Grande, even though she couldn't even walk in the heels, and ended up running off stage in her sheer secondhand embarrassment. It was beyond awkward. Honestly, the lesson was written in neon lights. You can't just slip into Ariana Grande's shoes and become her. But that is besides the point. There is the real issue. Paige only kept this act going because she had people's attention. Social media gave her the spotlight, and she ran with it, literally and figuratively. At the end of the day, this whole mess isn't just on the impersonators, it's on the culture that keeps rewarding them. The fact that Paige felt comfortable enough to do what she did for so long says a lot about how little accountability there is for this kind of behavior. Sure, we all know this is bigger than just Paige and Ariana. This is about setting boundaries and making sure people understand that impersonation isn't just harmless fun, it can have real consequences, both for the impersonator and the person being impersonated. Love this whole situation, it is just messy, but one thing is for sure, Paige Neiman's reign is officially over. Let's see if this leads to more action against other extreme impersonators, because clearly something needs to change. Honestly, Paige should have taken the hint when Ariana called her out last month in that viral moment, like, that was her cue to log off and rethink her whole fake career, but nope, she kept pushing it, and now she's off social media. Altogether, if you missed my deep dive into that drama, you need to catch up because it was wild. Check out Ariana Grande's copycat and expose her dark side. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. See you there.